Right, well, this is a Thursday, not a Friday, mainly because I'm in the office catching up with paperwork. But tomorrow I'll be doing surgeries from the constituency office in Conwy again. But again, it's been a busy week. On Monday I was down in London in my ministerial capacity, meeting with DEFRA officials and also officials from the Northern Ireland Executive, the Scottish Government and the Welsh Government, because clearly as we prepare to leave the European Union, we need to create a new agricultural policy that will work for the whole of the United Kingdom. And whilst the meeting was productive and useful, it's fair to say that there are issues upon which the priorities in Scotland or the priorities in Wales are not the same as the priorities in England. So there's a lot of work to be done. And anybody who tells you that Brexit is easy, I think they should be invited to attend one of these meetings and just see the complexities with which we are dealing. After the meeting, I got myself back on the train to North Wales because on Tuesday I was welcoming Sir Michael Fallon, the Secretary of State for Defence, to RAF Valley to reopen the runway after a £33 million refurbishment, most of the work actually having been done by North Wales contractors. The refurbishment of the runway secures the future of RAF Valley for the next 25 years. And that is crucially important, not just for our defence, because every single pilot is actually trained in RAF Valley. Every single RAF pilot is trained at Valley. But more crucially from the perspective of the economy of North Wales is the fact that there are 1,300 people who are dependent upon the camp in Valley for their livelihoods, and 72% of those are local contractors. So the contribution of the RAF Valley site to the local economy is significant. And it was a pleasure to meet the new apprentices working with Babcock, who are responsible for maintaining the Hawk T2 training plane. So a great visit. Again, huge government investment into Northwest Wales. Moving from Valley, I rushed over to Eisteddfod and Llanrwst in order to do my surgeries. In addition to having the surgery in the office every Friday, I do like to go out into the various communities within Conwy. And talking about Llanrwst, I think it is worth reminding people that there is a meeting in Llanrwst on the 12th of October, that's last year, in order to try and ensure that Conwy Council, if it bids for the National Eisteddfod in 2019, to try and ensure that the National Eisteddfod returns to Llanrwst for the first time since 1989. Now, I know I'm grey, but I do remember the 1989 Eisteddfod in Llanrwst. It was a great success, the weather was good, and more importantly, there was a huge impact upon the local economy. So I'd like to see the National Eisteddfod back in Llanrwst. Llanrwst, I think, is a natural home for the Eisteddfod, and it would be great if you could turn up and support that public meeting. On Wednesday, I was again up in the Upper Conwy Valley, meeting with the National Trust, RSPB, Natural Resource Wales, meeting with local farmers, and the idea was to get an understanding for what's being done in terms of the work being done on the meeknights to ensure that the land is both friendly for farming but also for conservation purposes. And it was a fantastic visit, and the work that the National Trust is doing was certainly interesting. But I was again in a position to ask difficult questions, tough questions, because there were farmers with us as well, highlighting the fact that not only does the land have to look good, but it also has to produce a living for the individuals who live in our upland communities. So the work being done there is a joint effort to make sure that conservation goes hand in hand with sustainable farming. And it could be argued that that visit played very well in terms of my understanding of what we are trying to achieve with a post-Brexit support structure for farming. And talking about yesterday, I can't ignore the fact that Shenkin, the mascot of the Royal Welsh Regiment, passed away. He was, of course, a goat, but he did honour Llandudno with his presence when the freedom of the county of Conwy was reconfirmed upon the Welsh Regiment. So Shenkin is apparently being claimed by people in Hereford, but we know that all the goats which have supported the Royal Welsh Regiments over the years are born and bred in Llandudno from the Great Orme, and therefore I think we should pay tribute to Shenkin, who passed away yesterday. I understand that the Queen has been informed, but I think we should take pride in the fact that the Royal Regiment, the Welsh Regiment, Royal Welsh Regiment, does indeed have that link with Llandudno. It's a link that I'm proud of, and it's a link I know that people in Llandudno are proud of as well.